If episode 4 broke our hearts, episode May 5th have quietly set the stage for the biggest disaster of the season. On the surface, Dutton Ranch episode 5, titled Peaceful Find Peace, looks like a calmer chapter after the devastating loss of Beth and Rip's entire cattle herd. But beneath that calm is a storm of secrets, betrayals, and dangerous alliances that could change everything. By the time the credits roll, one major character is dead, an old threat has returned, and Beth Dutton has made a deal that feels less like a business partnership and more like a pact with the devil. And if there's one thing Yellowstone fans know, it's this. Every deal comes with a price. The episode opens with Beth and Rip staring at the aftermath of their nightmare. Their herd is gone. Their future is uncertain. The dream of building a new Yellowstone legacy in Texas seems further away than ever. After being forced to destroy their infected cattle, the couple is facing a financial crisis unlike anything they've experienced before. For the first time in a long time, Rip Wheeler has no clear path forward. But Rip has always been a survivor. When Everett introduces him to Beulah Jackson, owner of the struggling Petal Ranch, Rip sees an opportunity. It isn't the opportunity he wants. It's the opportunity he needs. One of the most shocking developments in episode 5 is watching Rip Wheeler accept a job working for another ranch. For years, Rip's identity was tied to Yellowstone. His loyalty to John Dutton defined him. Now, with Yellowstone gone and Dutton Ranch struggling, he reluctantly agrees to become foreman at Beulah Jackson's Petal Ranch. The move immediately creates tension. Chet, the current foreman, sees Rip as a threat. The cowboys are skeptical, and Beulah herself seems more interested in studying Rip than simply hiring him. Still, Rip quickly proves why he's one of the most respected ranchers in the Yellowstone universe. Within hours, he's restoring order, earning respect, and making it clear that the bunkhouse now belongs to him. But while Rip is taking control of the ranch operations, Beth is preparing something far more dangerous. One of the best scenes of the entire episode is Beth's confrontation with Beulah Jackson. For perhaps the first time in years, Beth sits across from a woman who doesn't fear her. And that's exactly why the scene is so compelling. Beulah isn't intimidated. She's intelligent, patient, strategic, and most importantly, she's every bit as ruthless as Beth. Instead of attacking Beulah, Beth studies her, researches her, learns her weaknesses. Then she makes an offer. Beth proposes helping transform the Petal Ranch into a profitable beef business. In exchange, she wants a share of the profits and a chance to rebuild what she and Rip lost. On paper, it sounds like a smart business move. In reality, it feels like the beginning of a war. Because Beth never does anything without a plan. And Beulah never trusts anyone without a reason. This is where episode 5 becomes fascinating. Beth and Rip aren't simply working for Beulah. They're embedding themselves inside her empire. Rip controls the ranch. Beth wants influence over the business. Together, they're positioning themselves at the center of everything the Jackson family has built. But here's the problem. The Jackson family is hiding secrets. Dangerous secrets. And Beth and Rip are carrying secrets of their own. Beulah openly suggests that people with secrets can be useful and even corruptible. That line alone should terrify viewers. Because whenever characters start believing they can control each other through secrets, disaster follows. That's why this partnership feels doomed from the beginning. Not because Beth's plan is bad, but because everyone involved thinks they're the smartest person in the room. While Beth and Rip are building a new alliance, Carter finds himself caught in one of the darkest storylines of the season. Carter has developed a friendship with Dwight, a rancher who has become a mentor figure in his life. For a brief moment, it looks like Carter might finally be finding direction. Then everything falls apart. Sheriff Wade confronts Dwight. What follows ends in tragedy. Dwight is shot and killed under highly suspicious circumstances. Carter witnesses enough to know that something isn't right, but he's intimidated into silence. The death hits hard because Dwight represented hope. He represented a path forward for Carter. Now that path is gone, and Carter is left carrying trauma that could shape the rest of the season. In many ways, Dwight's death feels like the moment Carter loses another piece of his innocence. Just when viewers think the episode has delivered all its surprises, another bombshell drops. Rob is back. After spending time in rehab, Beulah's troubled son suddenly returns. And if you've been paying attention, you know exactly why this matters. Chaos follows Rob everywhere. He's connected to dark secrets. He's connected to missing people. And now he's returning to find Rip occupying a position of power on his family's ranch. That conflict alone could fuel the rest of the season. Even worse, Rob appears to reconnect with Chet, the same man Rip replaced. That's not a partnership. That's a ticking time bomb. The episode ends with one of the most important conversations between Beth and Rip. After keeping it hidden for weeks, Rip finally tells Beth about the body he discovered and secretly disposed of. It's a confession that changes everything. Suddenly, Beth realizes they aren't just entering a business partnership. They're stepping into a family filled with dangerous secrets that may already connect directly to them. Beth's response is chilling. When Rip says he kept quiet because he wanted peace, Beth makes it clear that peace isn't coming.
Not now.
Maybe not ever. And that final moment perfectly captures what episode 5 is really about. My biggest takeaway from this episode is simple. Beth and Rip think they're infiltrating the Jackson family. But what if the Jackson family is infiltrating them? Beulah isn't stupid. Joaquin clearly doesn't trust the newcomers. Rob is back. Chet wants revenge. The mystery surrounding the dead body is growing. And Carter is now carrying knowledge about Dwight's suspicious death. Every storyline is moving toward collision. The Yellowstone legacy survived corporate enemies, political enemies, and family enemies. But this new threat feels different. This time, the danger isn't attacking from outside. It's already inside the gates. And if Beth's deal with Beulah truly is a deal with the devil, then episode May 5th be remembered as the moment the downfall began. One thing is certain. Peace didn't find peace. It found a battlefield. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.